So, pros and cons to each potential project. Okay, so we started off with the 1989 Grumman bread truck. Um, it's a really cool thing. Oh, just so you guys know too, before we get into that, in my videos you will see me using a fidget spinner. I know the fad is so looked down upon and all that stuff. I was into these things long before the fad ever caught on with kids. Um, I don't know. I've always been a fidgeter. I asked my sister about it because I was feeling self-conscious about playing with fidget spinners because it's such a bad notation, uh, you know, society now. But whatever. I've always been a fidgeter. She has told me for years to stop tapping my feet on the edge of the couch because it was annoying the hell out of her. You know, if I'm sitting in a meeting, I'm the guy that's clicking my pen or I'm doodling. It always looks like I'm not paying attention. But this little thing, I really like it. I played with spinning tops as a kid. This one is a Rotoblade Stubby. It's one of the original ones that came out. Very well known. It's a high quality one, made out of full brass. But I know that's a weird side note, but I just wanted to explain myself about fidget spinners because I really like them, and I don't really give a crap what people think or whatever. So, you know, they're fun. So, anyways, pros and cons. The 1989 Grumman bread truck. It's a work vehicle. It's a commercial vehicle, very high grade quality, but it's a delivery truck. Uh, One problem of it is when you get in, you sit in the driver's seat, the shifter is way over. Like it's a far reach, and it's a four-speed automatic or four-speed manual. The first gear is like a crawling gear. It's made to just move the truck. Um, Pretty much useless. You could drive second by skipping first completely, second, third to fourth. Top speed on the truck is 60 miles an hour. Doesn't matter what the condition is. 60 miles an hour. It's governed. It doesn't. It will never over rev because it has governing, um, a little governing unit on the dashboard. Actually monitors oil pressure and temperature and doesn't allow it to over rev. So the motor is extremely healthy. It's a really good truck. I trust it completely. I've driven it, you know, from Lakeland to here, which isn't that long of a drive, but I've driven it back and forth a bunch of places, and it's just rock solid. Um, so, one downside with that, since it's a commercial vehicle, it's not set up to drive casually or comfortably for any kind of distance, really. The other downside, since it's commercial, you can't get RV insurance on it. You have to do something else. So I will be opening a business anyways. One option is to drive that, have business, use it as I would be using it as a mobile workshop, and that kind of thing. So I want to start making things. I'm going to start making some things. They'll be for sale. I've made a few things in the past, little set of dice that was very kooky, a little set of dominoes, stuff out of raw aluminum. I like, I'm just going to experiment and do whatever pops in my head and I feel like doing at the time. And then, if people like it and they want to buy it, then they can buy it. So I will be opening a business. So that's an option, it'll be a business thing. I'll have business insurance. Another option I believe I can do is to go ahead and start converting it into a tiny home. Once I do that, and it looks like a RV conversion, I can take it to the DMV, I believe, and have them inspect it and them change the designation of it from a commercial work vehicle to a RV type of camper. And then I'll have, the ability to use AAA roadside assistance. I'll have the ability to use regular RV insurance, which is really cheap. Okay. So the next one, I gotta move it along because this is gonna be a long video. The 1976 Dodge Titan RV. The The thing is a bit of a project. If you look back in my other videos, I'll link it in the comments. I gave a little walkthrough, and it is a bit of a project. It's an ultra cool thing. It's super cute. It's pretty small on the side of RVs, even though when you put it beside a GMC RV like the one from the movie Stripes, that's where it's at right now, having a minor repair to the roof done. That it's much taller. It's a pretty tall thing. It's still a pretty big thing, but it's about 21 feet, I estimate, about 10,000 pounds. It's got a really cool look to it. It's a little beat up inside, but I will be fixing it as I go along. I'll be documenting everything that I install in it. And that brings up another point. Sitting inside right now, I have a brand new Chigo, which is powered by Panasonic, mini split air conditioning and heat with a heat pump air conditioning system for the Dodge Titan or the bread truck. It can go in either one. It's gonna go in either one. I just have to decide which. It's only 110 volt, so it can run off of a small generator. I love AC, so I will have a comfortable workspace. You know, it'll have a bed. I'll have a little workshop, a little workstation with a computer, dual monitors, maybe 3 monitors. I love multiple monitor setup, but I'll have a definite little workstation set up in whatever rig I choose. So downside to the Dodge is it has a bad motor and transmission. They both have to be replaced. I started looking into it, doing a small block Chevy. Small block Chevy is a cheap option, but it turns out that it's not really all that cheaper. It's all that much cheaper. You start crunching the numbers, start looking at all the cost, and it was easily climbing up to in excess of $3,000 in my head once installation, everything is done. I think it would definitely be in excess of $3,000. Now, I also thought, what if I did an LS swap? Find a nice LS motor, low miles, put that thing right in there. I would have to come up with a good transmission solution. I would want something with overdrive, but it would have to be a nice transmission to be able to push it. But that's costly, you know. An LS swap that's several thousands of dollars more than a small block Chevy. You know, what, range $4,000 or $5,000 maybe. Well, then brings me to where I want to be is the 4BT Cummins 4-cylinder turbo diesel. That's what I want to put in it. I found a guy, seems like a cool dude. He's gonna ship it to me. Price, everything said and done out the door, is around the $3,400 mark. So all I would need to do, I've heard that they're very straightforward swaps. Hopefully that's true. We will see how that goes, but I'll be getting into that and documenting everything on my YouTube channel as well. So we're gonna do a 4BT diesel swap in the RV if that's the way it goes. So that's another option. I like that option. You know, I think I'm gonna travel the country for the next at least 3 months. I'm thinking 3 to 6 months range. And you know, I'm an open-minded guy, so who knows what it actually might turn out to be. I'm not dead set. I don't have my heart set on any one outcome. Pretty much my outcome is happiness. So, you know, the world is my oyster, or the world is my tomato, as my dad would say. So I don't know where in the world he gets that from. So anyways, I like those two options. Either one is good, bread truck or their RV. I think it's probably both of them are more than enough room for myself, but it will allow me to do plenty of projects and have plenty of space. So the third option is the 1988 Honda Acti Street key van. This is my least favorite option. I love this little thing. It is for sale right now. I have it posted on Facebook and I have it posted on Craigslist. So maybe now it's posted on YouTube. I'm in Orlando, Florida. Man, the mosquitoes are coming out now. Well, the key van is super cool. I could definitely make do with this thing. Bathroom would not be available in this type of vehicle. Kitchen, very limited. I maybe have a propane, or maybe a propane, some kind of gas powered stove, maybe electric. I could do a small roof rack on this, do a solar system. I could do a battery bank, and I don't know what I would do for air conditioning. I don't know if I would do a window unit or something like that. That would be a big consideration because I need some AC cooling in my life. But another thing that I'm also planning on doing is I want to drive as far north as I can and find some really cold weather. So I won't be needing AC off the bat, maybe not for the next 3 to 6 months anyways. So I could probably get away with it. Having AC will allow me to stay a little more southern and be comfortable, so that's an option too. So those are the three. Oh, another thing with the van, if I'm doing any kind of stealth anything, the van is not where it's at. It attracts attention no matter what. Everywhere I go, people react, they stop, they take pictures. So I imagine it would be like that if I'm trying to camp out, if I'm trying to stay under the radar. This thing sticks out like a sore thumb and everybody freaks out over it. So that's definitely a downside to it. Great selling point though if you need something for business, because it really draws attention and everybody loves it. It's amazing. My favorite thing to see is a little kid. I'm telling you, 3-year-old kid will point at this vehicle and smile and laugh. And it's funny because how do kids even have any concept of what vehicles are? A 3-year-old kid, how is a kid gonna know, wow, that's a vehicle and it's cute, or I don't know, whatever, but it appeals to everybody, and it's just a cool little thing. But this is getting way too long. I'm already at 12 minutes and have to add on the previous video. So I may split it up into 2 videos. We'll do one video that's pros and cons and the other video that is the options. So, okay, so gunshots are going off. I need to move out of this area. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Thank you guys for watching. I know it's crazy. Bye. Talk to you later.